Hi, tonight's bedtime story might be a good one for right now. God is always good. Another library book. Mommy, what is God like? God is bigger than the mountains and stronger than the seas. And even though he's big enough to hold the whole world in his hands, he cares about you and me. But the thing I love the most about God is that he is always good. Always? Yes, always. But how do you know that he is good? Well, just look at this world around you and at all the good things to see. Playful puppies that lick your toes and bright happy flowers that tickle your nose. God made this world and all your favorite things because God made everything that is good. Did God make me too? Oh yes, you are some of his very best work. God made you marvelous right from the start. He put the twinkle in your eye and the happy in your heart. He even put that freckle on your cheek. He thinks you're amazing, and God has good plans for you. But sometimes not so good things happen. Every day good things happen all over the world, but yes, bad things happen too. And it's okay to wonder why. These hurtful things aren't part of God's plan, and they make him sad too. Just remember that when bad things happen, God is there to help you. Does God make bad things happen? No, God is perfect, but people are not. They make mistakes and choose to do things that are wrong. That's called sin, and it causes all the sadness. Some sin is hard to see. Other sin is big and terrible. It causes wars and makes enemies. When the trouble of this world starts to worry you, be brave and believe this. God is bigger than any badness. But sometimes I still get scared. Everyone gets scared sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. Just remember that God is with you, watching over you, day and night. He sees every smile and every tear. He knows your every worry and fear. God even counts the hairs on your head. You don't have to be afraid because God always keeps watch over you. Then where is God when bad things happen? God is always there, right by our side. You just have to look and see him. He's with the police and firefighters, so strong and brave. He's with the doctors and the nurses and the lives they save. God sends people to help and to hug because when bad things happen, God uses his people to show his great love. Can I help too? Of course, God wants you to help too. And the Bible tells us just what to do. Give hugs to the lonely and food to the hungry and tell everyone all about him. Because when you love others enough to help, God can use you to make bad things better again. But it's hard to love bullies and people who are mean. Yes, it is hard, but God wants us to love those not so nice people too. Sometimes you can be a friend and teach that person what is good and true. But if it's not safe for you to be a friend, then praying is the thing to do. Because when you let God's love shine through in all that you do and say, God's love drives the darkness away. It's sad when people cry and are hurting. We always want the ones we love to be happy and healthy and smiling. So when they're not, it makes us sad and breaks our heart. That's when it's time to turn to God and tell him all about it. Pray for those who are hurting and sick. And then remember this, no matter how tough things may be, God is with us, even when we're hurting. I'm saddest of all when someone dies. Yes, it's so very hard when the people we love die. But for those who love God, dying isn't the end. It's a wonderful new beginning. In heaven, there's no crying, no sickness or sadness, because God made heaven wonderful. I wish things didn't have to change. Why can't everything just stay the same? Change is part of this world, and not every change is good. People lose jobs and friends move away, and families don't always stay together. Things in the world change, that's true, But here's some happy news. You can always count on God because God never changes. Is there anything God can't do? Well, there are a couple of things he can't do. He can't tell a lie, and he can't break a promise. And that's very good news for me and you. God promises he'll always be there for you, and you can believe it's true because God keeps every promise he makes. So God really is always good. Just look at the world around you and all the good things to see. Sometimes bad things happen, that's true. But lots of good things happen too. And the very best things happened long, long ago when Jesus, God's very own son, came to save me and you because God is always good. The end. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.